Hey everybody, Coach Dave here. What's going on? Hey, we're doing a show tonight. We've got a lot to talk about. So let me just tell you a little bit here what our show's about. This is Late Night with Coach Dave. Here you go. And we're going to be doing this show Monday through Thursday at 11 p.m. East Coast. If you're out on the left coast like me, it's going to be 8 p.m. We're going to talk until there's no more talk. So if we last 40 minutes, because I can go about 40 minutes. Hey, what's going on? Good evening, Karen. And love the effects. All right, good. Things are going good. I had Microsoft do a reset for me. That wasn't the fun part. That was not the fun part. Microsoft decided to give a huge update to Windows, and some of what I use is only Windows. So what happened is I ended up having to reset some stuff. But what we're going to talk about this particular show is the media. The mainstream media trying to brainwash you. Are they trying to brainwash you? That's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to, all right, Karen says she loves the effects. All right, Karen, that's nice. Hey, so we're going to talk about, is mainstream media brainwashing you? And what brought this up for me today was a friend of mine on Facebook, and I'm not going to blame her. I'm not going to go throwing rocks at her. I'm not going to throw stones her way. But she asked a simple question about something that mainstream media posted. And this is the thing. This is the deal. I'm going to try and get close enough to the microphone where I sound decent. So mainstream media, they decide they're going to take something that was decided by the White House about children of parents who are overseas. These children are born overseas, and does that mean that they're a citizen? Does that mean that they get to be automatically a citizen? That's the question. And as automatically being a citizen or not automatically being a citizen, the mainstream media reported this, that the president had signed some paperwork, he'd done some things, he made a decision that made it so that children born overseas because their parents are overseas serving this country, that those children somehow do not automatically get to be citizens of our great country. Now that sounds ridiculous, but that's what the mainstream media reported. That this paperwork, this thing that was signed by the guy in the White House, President Trump, was all about not having, was going to take the citizenship away from those kids who were born overseas while their parents are serving in overseas locations. Now, first of all, I think this is typical of what mainstream media is trying to do. Mainstream media, the ones who are aligned with the left in our country, the political left, those mainstream media people are ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the other ones that still have the ability to have good journalism. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the other ones. The ones who just don't seem to be able to have that ability any longer. And so, because they don't have that ability any longer, they don't have what you would call a fair viewpoint of what's going on, and we're not going to show that right now. They don't have a fair viewpoint of what's going on. They don't have an unbiased viewpoint of what's going on. They merely have decided that they are going to press their point regardless of what anybody thinks. They're going to press their point. They're going to say, oh my God, that paperwork that was signed did something bad. Let me see if I can find the bad thing that it did. In fact, let me see if I can find the worst thing that it did. Now, if I can find the worst thing that it did and report on that, we can make President Trump look like a total buffoon. And how many of these stories that have been reported have started making us think, maybe he is a total buffoon. Maybe the guy is crazy. Maybe the guy doesn't have a brain in his Cheeto head, in his orange Cheeto head. Maybe he doesn't. So I'm thinking, if I can find the worst thing I could possibly say about this guy that I hate so much, I'm going to say it. And not only that, I'm going to get every small piece of evidence that I can to prove it. Every small piece of evidence that I can to prove it. So, he signed some paperwork. It changes some things having to do with citizenship of children overseas, and I want to make it all look bad because I hate this guy, and I think he's a big fat jerk. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that now he's tearing our country apart even further, and that this paperwork that is definitely involved with the citizenship issue is taking away the citizenship from our poor babies of our parents who are working so hard to defend our country in foreign lands. Yeah, that's it. That's the story I'm going to publish. Here's the story that The Hill published. This is thehill.com. This is what they said on their website, similar to what a bunch of other people said. A bunch of other, I'm not going to call them fake news. I'll just call them the news mob, because they're acting like a mob. They're acting like a mob. They're taking things that aren't really happening, that aren't tearing America apart, and they're saying, oh, this is tearing America apart. So let me tell you, this is what the news mob, very similar things to The Hill, thehill.com, directly off of their page. And this has had 131,000 shares. It's been shared 131,000 times. And the headline, big letters, says this: Trump officials say. Now, doesn't that sound official? Trump officials say. Trump officials say. Trump officials say children of some service members overseas will not get automatic citizenship. That's the headline. That's the headline. Folks, we are going to say the worst we possibly can about this guy that we hate, that can't get an orange Cheeto brain cell to operate to save his life. That's what we're going to say. And on that note, that's the end of our show. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. So let me ask you a question.
Is there truth? Yes or no?
What do you think? Let me ask it again.
Is there truth? Yes or no? Is there truth? Yes or no? Is there truth? Yes or no?
Is there truth? Yes or no? The answer is yes. But Trump officials say, now who on the Hill knows what the Trump officials say? The fact was they probably heard this said by someone who either claimed to be a Trump official, or maybe the reporter who came up with this thing, Raphael Bernal and Morgan Chalfant, whoever they are, they decided these people were Trump officials. And this is what they're saying. They're saying children of service members overseas will no longer get automatic citizenship. They'll no longer be automatically citizens of our great country. Did they talk to Trump officials? No, the Trump officials would have told you exactly what this is about. What this is about. They are making sure that the paperwork, procedures, all of the forms filled out, everything is good, in line, all their ducks in a row, to make sure that children of some service members, all service members overseas, automatically become citizens of our great country, because for Pete's sake, their mom and dad are overseas. Hey, Terry. Their mom and dad are overseas. And Dodger, thanks for coming in. So, because their mom and dad are overseas, they should automatically get that citizenship. They're automatically heroes because they're kids of heroes. But somebody decided that these were Trump officials, and that these Trump officials were saying, oh my God, this is another tear America apart deal, and we're going to prove it. It's a Trump official saying they don't get to be citizens. They don't get what we naturally get just by being born. They don't get that. Do you have an opinion about this? About whether or not Orange Cheeto has a brain cell that wakes up in the morning and operates? Or, just by some odd chance, is this kind of reporting misleading? Is it taking the whole thing, turning it on its side, and making us regular old Americans believe, oh my God, he's tearing America up. That man not only can think straight, he can't have a thought that works. Not only that, he's tearing us up because of it. He's tearing us up because of it.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Is that the truth? Is that the truth?
Is there truth? Yes or no?
There is truth. However, is this a truth? Or is this a part truth? Yes, he did sign some papers. Yes, it did have to do with children overseas and citizenship that needs to be automatic for these kids. But is it the truth? Is it someone's truth? Obviously, if they're going to put it on their website and 130,000 shares are going to go out. But are they trying to change your mind? Are they trying to shape your mind? Are they trying to take your thinking and brainwash you into thinking this kind of crap is the truth? This kind of crap isn't the truth. I'll tell you what this kind of crap is. This is poor, unreliable journalism. He signed a piece of paper. Yeah, he signed a piece of paper that will help the paperwork for all this process go through so that there isn't any question about, is that baby an American? Is that baby an American? Is the baby of one of America's heroes automatically American? Yeah. Yeah. A baby is.
Survey said.
Think about that. A baby of a hero is not an American? Come on. A baby of an American hero. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. You guys have an opinion about it? You're right, Terry. It's his truth. It's this guy on the hill. This website I'm looking at. It's that guy, thehill.com. By Raphael, some guy named Raphael, some guy named Morgan. Maybe Morgan's a girl, I don't know. Anyway, Raphael and Morgan decided we're going to muckrake. We're going to get down to the bottom of this. We're going to find all the junk and we're going to shovel it out and we're going to sprinkle it in everybody's face. Yes, I agree, Karen. Karen says, I think they should be citizens merely because they're part of an American. They are born to American heroes, and I agree, Karen, they need to be automatically American citizens. This is ridiculous. Are the mainstream media trying to brainwash us? From this webpage, 130,000 shares so far. I would say yes. That's the kind of reporting we're getting. That's the kind of truth that they're sharing with us 130,000 times. This was written, what's today? This was written yesterday. In one day, 130,000 times, this truth has been planted in the brains of people who think, oh my gosh! That's ridiculous. That is scary. Alright. Guys, I want to tell you something. This show that you're watching right now is being broadcast in a lot of places. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Periscope. We're working on Instagram, but you can catch me on Instagram, and on Instagram you'll find a link back to where these things are. In addition to that, let me just go here and look really quick, tell you where we're at. And Karen says some people are brainwashed because they want to believe what this guy says about anything. Yeah, I agree with that. Some people, they want to believe one person. You don't want to believe somebody else, and so you say, that person's stupid, so I'm not going to believe them, and if anybody comes up with anything terrible about them, it must be true. And so that's where all of that comes from. It comes from, what do you want to believe? Do you want to believe the truth, or do you want to believe something that's really going to slam somebody that you really hate for some reason that doesn't even make sense? Let me tell you where we are right now, guys. Right now, we are on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Periscope, we're on DLive, we're on Facebook in 2 places, but we're on about 4 more networks, so that's about 6 places. We're on Mixer and we're on Smashcast. So in all of those places, you can catch us and you can watch this show, you can share it out to your friends. And what we want you to do is, this is a call-in show. And if you have a strong opinion about this, and you want everybody out there to hear your opinion, and that you have a brain cell, the brain cell does work, there's a phone number right up there, right up on the top of the screen. It keeps scrolling. You can call the phone number. When it picks up, it's going to ask you for a code. There's the code right there. The code is 330-619#. So you put in the code, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to be in the queue? If you want to be in the queue, I think it's £6 or something like that. You type that, you end up in the queue. I hear it ding in my monitor, and then we can talk to you. We can bring you on a live show to talk to a lot of people that are watching this ridiculous show. At least the ridiculous subject. At least the ridiculous host. So, say what you want about me. This kind of reporting from this website, man, I don't know how you can swallow it. I don't know how you can swallow it. We've got headlines scrolling down here. These aren't the absolute brand new headlines as of this morning. These are some of yesterday's headlines. But this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. And there it is right there. OPM, Ordinary People Media. That's who we got right down here. That's who we're being sent out through. There's the number. There's the PIN number. Give us a call. I'll hear it go ding. In fact, you guys will probably hear it go ding when somebody goes in the queue. And we'll go talk to you. Now, I'm going to talk to you first. One day we had somebody come on, said a bunch of gibberish, and hung up. And it wasn't fruitful for anybody. It wasn't endearing us to the person who called. And it wasn't really something that we even understood. I had to go back and listen to it a second time to try and figure out, what did this guy say? He just yelled a bunch of gibberish and hung up the phone. And I don't know if he was calling from another nation. This thing is probably, it's going all over the internet. Facebook is in almost every country. YouTube, I mean, all these different things. And of course, DLive. We've got some watchers from DLive over there. We've got Dodger. Dodger, thanks for coming on, man. Share it out. Everybody, we love this kind of thing. We got the call-in number to talk to you. We want your voice in this broadcast. But let me go up here, and I'm just going to share a little bit of video with you. And I'm going to go ahead and drag this over to the video side and get this ready. We're going to share some video with you, and we are going to pop it in here just to show you. Let me get rid of this. I had that in front of my face all the time. So as you're self-producing a show, you got these little glitches, but that's all right. So let's show you a little bit of Ordinary People Media and a little bit of some of the shows that we've got to come in and for you to be able to enjoy on this network. Okay, here we go.
I stay cooler than the Chi-Town breeze, but hyper like I'm at the World Cup overseas. Do rag for waves with me, gotta stay fresh. I never leave home without it like American Express. I'm feeling kinda old school, how about you? If you're feeling how I'm feeling, this is what you do. Throw it up, 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 throw it up.
Tune in to the Common Sense Show TV, where your host, Terry, a.k.a. the Common Sense Guru, will give you a loving, violent push into using more of your common sense. Come for the advice, stay for the laughs. Live Sundays at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Come, join, share, and invite, and remember to always interact in the comments.
Do you love eggs at 11 a.m., but you don't have nobody to take you to brunch? Well, guess what? I got news for you. Let's day drink and have bad table manners and wake up late, all while you watch Leaf and E-Bigger cut it up each week talking about hot, popular, trending topics you can watch on Facebook, on Charm City Direct TV, or the Young Black Panthers Network. It is premiering August 2nd at 11 a.m.
And there we go. That's some of the shows that we have on Ordinary People Media. Have you told your story yet? Come to Ordinary People Media. Tell your story. We will help you get it out so that people can see, people can hear, you can be heard and seen, and people can hear your stories. So there's nobody on the phone right now. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this whole thing. What is it? What is it? What is truth? Is truth something that you believe Is it something that I believe? Is it something that is... See, everybody doesn't believe the same way. And if it's your truth and it's different from what I believe, is it still the truth? And if it's my truth and it's something different than what you believe, is it still the truth? How can it be the truth if it's mine and not the truth if it's yours? Or vice versa. How could it be the truth if you say it? But if I say it, it can't possibly be the truth because our beliefs are different. Our opinions are different. See, that's what it really is. It's your opinion and my opinion. What you perceive to be the truth and what I perceive to be the truth. So those two different things, if they are, as they say, diametrically opposed, which one of them's true? I know. Yours. Because if they're different, yours is true, mine is not. And I'm willing to accept that. Now let me tell you what I'm not willing to accept. What I'm not willing to accept... Yeah, there we go. What I'm not willing to accept is somebody's going to come in here and change my mind. Somebody's going to come in here and argue with me. Somebody's going to come in and have a debate with me and somehow change my mind. Well, I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to say where I sit on the subject, but as far as changing my mind, you know, some people can be really, we had this talk earlier today. Somebody can be really good at arguing. Somebody can be really good at debating. But what nobody on this planet is as good at as I am is me knowing what I think, me knowing what I've decided, me knowing where I stand, and all the arguing, all the debating, none of that's going to make a dent. Now, let me tell you, I am not arrogant enough to think that everything I think is true. I'm not arrogant enough to think that because I think it, it's true. Or because we have different opinions, mine is true, yours isn't. It's quite possible that I have not thought some things through that you have. And it's also possible that I've thought some things completely through that you've only begun to think about. So let's talk about that. Let no one change your mind. Right. And a friend of mine, I was on a dating site, and a friend of mine, I became friends with someone on this dating site. And what happened was, we found out we were on the opposite side. One of us is blue, one of us is red. So what do? She said, well, of course, you know, there's no logical reason for you to stand on that side because everybody who's on that side is a big fat liar. And everybody who's on my side is being stomped down by the big fat liar. And I thought, well, okay. So that's your opinion. Oh, no, it's true. It's really true. You really need to change. I don't see how you can support somebody and be in favor of somebody and respect somebody who does all these things that just nobody can respect. Oh, I think I'm understanding your opinion. Oh, no, it's not my opinion. It is the truth.
Is there truth? Yes or no?
It is the truth. It's not an opinion. It is the truth. So I don't understand how you can not come to the truth when I tell you, I show you, and I prove that it's true. And how do I know it's true? Because all your facts are mistakes, lies, deceptions. And how do I know that what I know is true? Oh, because I've done all the work to study it and go through all the information. I've researched it. I've looked at all of the facts from the people that are on my side. I've looked at those facts. Those facts are true. My people on my side are true. Your facts are false. Your people on your side are false. So your conclusions are false. So you need to come over and be convinced to change your mind. Well, I told this person, I said to her, I don't argue. I have my stand. I guess you could say it's my opinion. I have my stand. I have my understanding of what I've looked at, the things that I have in my mind and my heart said, these are things that resonate with me. These are things that jive with me. And this is where I stand. This is the reasoning that I can use, the reasoning that I have used, and the reason why I have the stand and the stance that I have about all these things. So, okay, that was the end of one conversation, and next thing I know, I go back online and I look at the profile of this person, and she said, about the second paragraph of it, now, it wasn't there before, or I would never have touched the subject. But now, it says, oh, and just to be straightforward with you, I can't be dating anyone who is a supporter. And I haven't heard since. I haven't gotten a text since. This person, she is a Christian. I don't doubt that. I'm a Christian. Or whatever that means in your brain. You can assume different things about me if you'd like, because I'm a Christian. But it's not your definition of my life that defines me, it's mine. And it's not your definition of my description of myself that defines me, it's my definition. If you want my definition of what kind of a Christian I am, I will tell you. And I'll give you part of it right here. I'm not the kind of a Christian that will judge you and say where you've decided with the facts you've been given to stand is wrong. Now, if it's directly wrong to a precept that you tell me you hold dear in your heart, yeah, I will tell you it's wrong. I have said to friends of mine who have said they hold certain precepts of what?
Is there truth? Yes or no?
Of what the truth is, and then gone back on that, backpedaled, taken a left turn, gone off in left field. And I said to him, are you saying one thing and living another? And if you are, that's not going to work. If you say one thing and you live 90 degrees away from that, 45 degrees away from that, I mean, there's no measurement of exactly what degree, but you get my point. You say one thing, you live another, and what does that make you? That makes you...
Survey said.
Whatever you want to call that. Right. I agree with you, Karen. And whether or not someone that I want to be friends with respects who I respect, or doesn't respect who I respect, or follow, or support, or think they may be doing a couple of things right, you say you're not going to support, or you're not going to date anyone who supports a certain thing, I can agree with that. And it's probably better that you don't, because it'll just eat up your relationship between you. It'll just tear you up, and you won't be, you just won't be hitting anything other than, you know, you'll be hitting the rocks real soon. So that's where I stand, that's where I go with things, and Ordinary People Media. I'm not sure which one of my brothers that is, but that's one of my brothers. We're all kind of running this thing together, and we pop into each other's place, but yeah. Thank you for saying I rock. I don't want to be judgmental. I don't want to tell somebody, you got to believe a certain thing, because you don't. And in fact, if you don't, I celebrate the fact that you don't. But when you're requiring me to take in the information I've taken in and stand in a different place, hey Terry, I won't stand in a different place. I'll be standing right in the exact same place. I don't believe wishy-washy. I believe what I believe. And you want to hang with me, you can hang with me. That's cool. Now, I can't tell everything, but Terry, can you hear me okay? Is my microphone okay at this distance? Because I really can't tell. I've got a little bit of a monitor here. I can turn that up. But, so, what is it about someone having a different opinion that bothers you? Anybody have any input for me? Somebody has a different opinion, and you're fried about that. You are tweaked about it. Your brain is wrung out like a wet washcloth, and you think, OMG. And the only thing you can think when someone says, you know, this may be the opposite of what you believe, but you need to believe it anyway. And you say to them,
Oh, hell no!
And they say, no, wait. You need to believe it anyway.
Oh, hell no!
That was what I was thinking. But it was more like this.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, no.
Absolutely no. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to believe what I believe. You know, the information came in, and I evaluated it. And new information comes in. And I continually evaluate that, because just because I evaluated one set of information, when new information comes in, it may be enough for me to readjust my thinking. Now, I'm not saying, hey guys, everybody in the world, come on in and try and convince me. I am not saying that. I'm absolutely not saying that. But if you have new information and it comes on in, hey, I'm good with talking about it. Let's talk about it. Let's see. I will hear your words, but will you hear mine?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Will you hear the words coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So here we go. That's the question I have. That's the question I had for her, although if I would have asked her straight out, it would not have come out very well. If I'd asked her straight out, she would have said, you're a blank. So I'm okay with that. I am a blank. And sometimes, the better you get to know me, sometimes you'll realize that Coach Dave is a real freaking blank. Okay? So, and for that, we can cheer. And let me just show this to you. This is my command console. We can do things on here that you can't do with just StreamYard or just OBS or just Ecamm. But we can do all this stuff.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And we can reload these and do them again.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no.
So we can do all that. We can laugh. And we can even talk about some money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money,
Facebook may erase the audio out of this section of the video. That's okay though. You get to hear it live. They can't block that. They cannot block what I do live. And even if we use some famous stuff from some famous shows. All right. That's enough. So, we still don't have anybody in our phone queue. There is a phone number up there. I thought it was over there this time. It's up there. When you're on TV, it's backwards. Phone number's up there. The PIN number is up there. And the pound sign is on your keypad. So dial it up. Come on in the show. Right now, we have 2 hosts in the show. That would be me and me. And the reason we have 2 hosts is because the hold music... Shh, this is a little secret. Don't tell anyone that I told you this. The FBI cannot use my mouth movements to read my lips. Don't tell anyone I told you this, but if you put one person in the show, in the conference room, on your tablet, then you go in on your browser, the whole music stops because it thinks they're talking to each other. So don't tell anyone I told you. There we go. Okay. So, I do have a Skype call-in option. I could bring a Skype in, and I could pipe it right in through OBS. I could sit in that window right over there on top of things. Or I could go ahead and I could configure I could configure a whole new window. I could slide me over to the side with the Skype person in the same kind of square and just dial it right on in. After some testing, I'm thinking about doing that because I can do it through another laptop sitting here, bringing in my Skype call, and then when they do call in, automatically answer, and then I can share it out. So that'll work, and I wonder if I still have my whoosh in here. I'm going to have a thing come across the screen and go whoosh at the same time. You might hear it, so let's give that a try. I heard it. I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it. Anyway, nobody in the queue at this point, but that's okay. As they come in, I'll hear them come in, so I won't even have to look and see if they're in there. Alright, so we've got all kinds of stuff that the media, the mainstream media, I don't even know, why do they call it mainstream? I guess it's just because it's the major guys that are there, they're doing it, and they're trying to make that happen and be something that is useful. But it turns out not useful because we don't want to be brainwashed. And again, if the other side was to do the same thing, if they were to have an organization that could spread misinformation, presenting it as fact, there you go. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. That's the brainwashing of America, is that they're presenting it as a fact. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is that brainwashing, or is that the truth? Present it as a fact, and it's the truth. So there you go. And there's, oh yeah, I have a Skype. I have a Skype, and they could dial into mine, and we could do all that. I just haven't configured it yet to bring it in. And we can do that. In fact, I believe when I switch over to vMix, I'm on OBS and StreamYard right now, but I'm going to switch over to vMix when I can get the funds together. And guys, that's why we're running the ads up there. That's why this ad space is for rent. Yeah, exactly. PC Gaming, I agree with you. It's sub-hype. It's a bunch of bunk. A bunch of bunk. To tell people, okay, this is the truth. And then hit them with it. Or say, do you hate this guy? Do you hate that guy? Well, let me tell you something about that guy. Let me tell you something. So anyway, we're running these ads up here so we can give you a better broadcast. I already have the room open. The phone number's running up there above. The PIN number's on the screen right now. And call in. You know, at the very beginning of the show, you could call in, you could get on air, you could present your whole thing. So that's, yes, Tanya, it is. It's total propaganda. And, you know, back in the day, actually, I can't even say back in the day because it wasn't in my day. It wasn't even in my dad's day. It was the days before that. Good to see you, Tanya, by the way. How's work going? You still working at home? So back in the day, on Skype. I'll get that configured within a couple weeks here. We'll bring it in. You'll have to help me test, though, Terry. So back in the day, before my grandfather, they used to call it muckraking. And it's exactly what it is. They get out the shovel or the rake, and they rake through the muck, and they rake through all the stories, and they rake through everything, and they shovel it all up out of the muck, and they look at it, and they say, man, I have shoveled 3 dump trucks full of stuff. I finally found this, and I'm going to make this seem as big as... How big can I make this seem? Can I make this little thing that I found look bigger than the 16 dump trucks full of stuff that I just sent down the highway? Can I make this look bigger than 16 trucks full of crap? I think I can. And then they go ahead and they say, Trump officials say that babies born to parents serving overseas are no longer automatic citizens. Look, I did it! I made this seem bigger than 16 friggin' dump trucks full of crap. This is bigger. See, I found this. Here it is. Look at this. Isn't that terrible? Oh, wait. Let me put it closer to the camera, and you can see how big and terrible it is. And that's called muckraking. Muckraking. Shovel up the dirt, take that tiny little grain of whatever it was and make it look bigger than the whole of everything else. Is that truth? Let's do it again.
Is there truth? Yes or no?
Not in that case. Not in that case. It's not true at all. So come up with another lie. See if you can change my mind. See if you can get that to go in here and scrape out all the good that I know, and throw that one tiny little piece of muck in there and make it seem bigger than the 16 truckloads I already sent down the road. I hate to say it. You can't change my mind. You can give me new information, but what's going to happen is I'm going to evaluate that information for myself. You're not going to evaluate the information for me. I am. That's what I do. That's where I come up with how I believe, how I feel, and where I stand on a situation, on an event, on a person, on a thing, on a party. Now, where's my Trump hat? I promised Terry and Devontae, and I also promised E. Digger I would put that hat on if nobody came in to talk to me in Q&A. So since you're not in my Q&A, look at that. Isn't that a pretty hat? I love this hat. That's a good hat. You have to wear it kind of down so that the muck they throw at you bounces off, and so people can read it. Read it and weep. Are you weeping? Are you weeping? Are you weeping? You're not weeping. So if I get somebody come in and kindly ask me to take off the hat, I'll put my other hat back on. In fact, I got an eagle hat over here somewhere. Where's my eagle hat? I think it's over here. Hold on. Don't go away. Alright, the eagle hat. I'll put on the eagle hat because I don't have a Democrat hat. Sorry, demos. Sorry, dim-dims. I have this eagle hat. I will put on the USA eagle hat to support our country and not the specific man for a short period of time. If someone comes in, the phone number is up there, the PIN number is up there, the pound sign is on your keypad. Do all that. Come in the Q&A. I'll bring you in. We'll see if you can ask gently for me to remove the 2020 hat, and I'll take it off. But you got to come in the broadcast. You got to ask me personally. Yep. Okay. Now that I finally got it straight. Wait. Okay. Wait. My head's crooked. Okay. So that's the way that goes. Now let me just show you a little bit about this show, and then I'll show you a little bit about our network, and then I don't know if I can show you about the network. Here's a little bit about this show. And that's what we call this show, Live with Coach Dave. Right now we've had 32 comments. 32 that I haven't featured. Let me go feature a couple of them. Here's one, a guy from Mixer. See the X logo on there? That's from Mixer. That's one of the other networks. We're on a multi-network broadcast. Mixer is one of them. It's a gaming thing. You get on, and while you're playing your game, you broadcast it to Mixer, and all your friends come on and they say, "No, kill that guy! No, look out behind you!" And then after you get kind of tired, in fact, I've got World of Warcraft. I'm going to go on and play some Mixer and broadcast to Mixer and everybody else while I'm at it. And then we can talk about this because there's nobody in the Q&A session. I'm starting to get bored. Have we reached the 40-minute mark yet? We have reached 55 minutes. Okay, so I got 5 minutes left. Nobody comes in, I'm gone. And you're going to have to catch me next week. So let me, I shared that one. And here is, there we go. Tanya, I love that comment, girl. Propaganda. They've been doing it for ages. Eons. Actually, eons is what they've been doing it for. Yeah, definitely. And we've got Karen. Karen was in here, and Karen says, you know, and she's not just talking to me. She's not just talking to me, guys. Your opinion counts. And you know what your opinion is? Your opinion is the facts you were given and the fact that you've got a few brain cells that work. And your opinion matters. It counts. And here's another one that I like this one from Karen. People have no right to be judgmental. They should accept and respect your opinion. Period. They need to flat out respect the fact you got an opinion. They have theirs. They want you to change your opinion. Well, hold on a second. Are you willing to change yours? No, because mine's right. I'm not going to change my opinion because mine's right. Oh, no problem, Karen. That's all right. I'm not going to change my opinion. My opinion's right. Your opinion's always right to you. My opinion's right to me. So anyway, that's what that is. And part of this, I also want to tell you guys, one of the things you'll see up here in the banners is a thing for a place I call Trick My Live. If you're a broadcaster and you broadcast and your screen just needs a pick-me-up, I like a lot of activity, a lot of movement. I like a lot of stuff that's useful. For instance, we're on probably about 14 different networks by the time it's all ricocheted all over heckin' law. And we've got this chat window and 14 different networks. You can be on YouTube and type in there. Now, I know some people don't understand the word all. I explained this before. In fact, I did about a 45-minute broadcast on the word all and this chat window. But this whole chat window over here is on every network. All 14 networks, if they have a little box that they can type in, like Karen's on Facebook, all the other 13 networks, places that were ricocheting this signal, this broadcast signal, all of them see when she says, that's your opinion, or hi, this is Karen. They all see it. It shows up right here on every single place we broadcast. Even if you don't have something to type, all 14 platforms that we're ricocheted to and all the repurposing we're doing, everybody will see. Now, when you're on Facebook, you've got that little column. I almost called it a wall. We don't want to talk about the wall. Anyway, you've got that column over there that has everybody's chat, but that's only from Facebook. And when you look at this over on YouTube, you're not going to see the Facebook ones, but you are because of this. And so the same thing on every other platform. You're going to see all of the chat, whether you were in the actual broadcast or not. If I only broadcast it to Facebook, the Facebook chat will show up here. And then if I disable the replay of the chat on Facebook, anyway, you get the idea. So all the people see all the chat all the time from all the platforms, all of the all. I'm not going to go into that. See my other broadcast if you want to find out what all of the all is. So if you want to have a broadcast that's kind of tricked out, you want to go to Trick My Live, and you can go hashtag Trick My Live, and you'll see it up here. I don't know when it shows up. I put like too many banners up there. That's helping us pay the bills. That's going to help us get even better. So you can get an even better show, even better information, so you can believe like me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so this is about Trick My Live. It's very short. And that's it. Hashtag Trick My Live. It's facebook.com/Trick My Live. So you can go there. We're going to start, and I even got trickmylive.com this week. So that's going to have a whole bunch of things. If you're a broadcaster, you want to sweeten up the look, Trick My Live. We will trick you out. We're even going to have instructional series. We're going to have webinars. We're going to have live teaching classes on how to kick it up a notch, as they say. So let me show you a little bit about me. This is very little. Don't go anywhere. It's not going to take long. Okay, there it was. It didn't take very long. All right, so we're going to quit this. We are just over the hour mark. Nobody has come into the queue to speak their mind. So since now you have a full-blown version of what's on my mind right now, Late Night with Coach Dave. We'll do that one more time. Late Night with Coach Dave. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that you say such nice, wonderful things, and I appreciate the fact that you like what we're doing, Late Night with Coach Dave. Guys, we are on here Monday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern, and 8 p.m. West Coast. Why do I only have to say it one time for West Coast? I'm not going to say anything bad about Eastern. That's just what I keep doing. And then we've got all this other stuff where we can play a sports intro. You know, stuff like that. We got all this stuff where we can laugh. I play this sometimes and I just sit here and laugh. And I laugh some more, and it just keeps going. You know, the fun never ends on Late Night with Coach Dave. Okay, so find these places up here in the banner. Come and support us. Come and donate. We are going to have a launch on the 1st of November. Come to our website, which would be OPMedia.com. Actually, no. Did we get .com? Let me check this out. I think we did. OPmedia.live, because we're going to take your stories and make them live. So OPmedia.live, that's our website. There's a countdown on there. Go check it out. There's a countdown for when we're going to launch this thing. We're going to launch it into space, man. So check that out. We're going to wrap it up, and I hope you guys will be able to come on the conference call. This is a live talk show, and nobody wants it. Do you guys want me to wear this hat next time? I'll just wear it for the whole show. I'm going to come on right away on the show and be wearing the hat, because nobody's challenging me to take it off. Nobody has said, please take off the hat. Now, you can hide behind your keyboard and say, Dave, hey Coach Dave, please take off the hat. It looks stupid on you. And I won't do it because you're saying some rude things. But you could say, that hat looks great on you, but I wish you would take it off. I'm still not going to do it. I'll just be honest with you. I'm still not going to do it. And the reason why is because you didn't come on the show, tell me over the phone, hi, I'm on your live call now. Would you mind taking off the hat while you talk to me? And I'll take off the hat while I talk to you. Maybe not for the whole show, but while I talk to you, I'll do you the respect of taking off the hat so you can talk about anything you want and you won't feel like I'm gonna push the button. I have a shut up button. I don't know if you guys, let me see if I can share the shut up button. All right, let me get out of that, and then we'll hang up. Really, we will. But I want to show you application window. Okay, I want to show you this shut up button so you can see it. All right, do you see right up here on the top where my mouse is moving a little bit, right up there, that is the shut up button. If you come on and all you got to say is some junk, we're going to click it. And that's it. That's it. Click it and shut up. Just like that. And you see down here I've got other stuff. And my command console will actually turn those on and off. We'll turn those on and off. So I've got a lot of control over the sound. You're not going to come on and get in the Q&A session and get anywhere with just some silliness. Okay? You won't get anywhere with the silliness. It's not going to get you anything but just the shut up button. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the shut up button and take that off now. Okay, so when's the next time we're on? We're on Monday through Thursday. Next day that we're on is Monday. You know, Monday's a holiday. I don't care that it's a holiday. I'm going to be off. I'm going to be at home in the evening doing this. What time? 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Now let me turn that back up. There we go. So then, Monday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. left coast. Stage left. Okay. So guys, thanks for coming in. I'm going to give you a freely give because we need your help to get this thing, to get this to be a better broadcast. Do you like it? Let's support it. And we support you by even doing this. We have to pay for this studio. We have to pay for the lights to be on. We have to pay for the microphone to be on. We have to pay for the camera to be on, this computer system, and not only that, I put a lot of hours into how this whole thing looks at, that's right, Trick My Live. So because of that, we've got a lot that we can do, and we're just going to go ahead and do it. So find out, go to our website, OPMedia.live, OPMedia.live, OPMedia.live. Go there, check us out. Check us out on Facebook, Trick My Live, OPMedia, wherever you're watching this. And don't forget that you can find me, if you're looking for me, you can find me at any of these places, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, or Instagram at Dave Brown Coach. So there's all of that. And I said all that to say this. God bless. Goodbye. We'll see you on Monday, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. left coast. I'm Coach Dave, the Unstuck Coach. Catch me later.